everyone, and welcome to Surgical Tech Talk with Danariya. I'm your host, Danariya Pubien, surgical tech student, future sterile processing leader, and your go-to voice for what really happens behind the scenes in surgical services. Today, we're diving into a topic that doesn't always get the attention it deserves. But trust me, it's impacting patient care, surgery schedules, and hospital budgets every single day. We're talking about the high cost of surgical instrument repair. Surgical instruments are the heart of every procedure. They're like the tools of a master artist, delicate, precise, and absolutely essential. But like any tool, they don't last forever. And when they break, we face a serious problem that often gets ignored until it's too late. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly why instrument repair costs have become such a big issue, how they affect patient care, and most importantly, what real practical solutions exist to help hospitals save money while protecting patients. So let's get into it. So let's start by talking about what we're dealing with here. Surgical instruments aren't just scalpels and scissors anymore. We're talking about delicate microsurgical instruments used in neurosurgery and ophthalmology, complex orthopedic power tools like drills and saws, high-tech flexible endoscopes and laparoscopic equipment, and of course, the heavy hitters, robotic surgical systems, where repairs can cost tens of thousands for a single arm. These instruments are precision engineered, and that precision comes at a price. Now factor in repeated sterilization cycles, staff accidentally dropping or misassembling instruments, natural wear and tear after hundreds of procedures. Before you know it, you're looking at an instrument tray filled with items that need repair, replacement, or in some cases, complete retirement. According to data published by the Journal of Healthcare Engineering, some hospitals are spending upwards of $150,000 or more annually just on instrument repairs. And honestly, that number doesn't even tell the full story. They're just the repair bills. It doesn't account for surgeries delayed because the right instrument wasn't available. It doesn't account for staff stress when they're scrambling to find backup instruments. And most importantly, it doesn't account for the potential patient safety risks when instruments fail mid-procedure. Here's why it gets deeper. When instruments are improperly maintained, we're risking longer surgical times, increased risk of infection or tissue trauma, more stress on surgeons, nurses, and sterile processing techs. OR, scheduled backups that frustrate staff and patients. And let's be real, surgeries running behind schedule can create a ripple effect for the entire hospital. Each additional minute in the operating room can cost anywhere from $20 to $80 per minute, depending on the procedure and hospital overhead. That adds up fast. Worse yet, if an instrument fails during surgery and patient safety is compromised, now we're talking about possible litigation, damage to the hospital's reputation, and worst of all, patient harm. So yes, surgical instrument repair isn't just about money. It's about efficiency. It's about safety. It's about delivering the high-quality patient care that every facility promises. Now, the good news, there are solutions. Solution number one, preventative maintenance programs. Think of it like servicing your car. You don't wait for your brakes to fail before you fix them. You schedule routine maintenance. The same applies to surgical instruments. Regular inspections, calibration, and maintenance by certified vendors can prevent small issues from becoming costly repairs. Some hospitals have implemented monthly or quarterly inspections that have dramatically reduced emergency repairs. Solution number two, staff education and training. I'll be real with you. A lot of instrument damage happens because people aren't trained properly. Instruments being improperly cleaned, incorrect brush sizes used for cleaning lumens, forceps tossed into trays causing tip misalignment, staff rushing and skipping critical inspection steps. By constantly educating surgical techs, SPD techs, and even the operating room staff on proper handling, assembly, and care, hospitals can dramatically reduce damage. Handle instruments like they're made of glass. Solution number three, instrument tracking technology. Today's smart tracking software allows hospitals to monitor each instrument's life cycle, track repair history, flag instruments during the end of their service, and predict when maintenance is due before failure occurs. This predictive maintenance approach saves money long-term and gives sterile processing departments better control over their inventory. Solution number four, in-house repair programs. Finally, some hospitals have taken it even further, creating in-house repair teams with certified repair technicians. By bringing certain repairs on-site, facilities can save thousands annually by cutting out middlemen. For example, One facility I studied reduced their annual repair costs by 40% in the first year of launching their in-house program. In-house repairs aren't perfect for every facility, but for larger hospitals with high instrument turnovers, it can be a game changer. Where my research comes from. Everything I share with you today comes from solid industry sources like the Association for the Advancement of Medical Instrumentation, the Journal of Healthcare Engineering, and real interviews with sterile processing department managers who live this every single day. These are trusted peer-reviewed resources that every surgical facility should be paying attention to when reviewing their own instrument management programs. So let's break it down, summarize this all into one. Complex surgical instruments are vital but fragile. The cost of repairs goes far beyond the repair bill. It affects patient safety, staff stress, and operating room schedules. Prevention is always cheaper than reaction. Staff education is key. Technology can help predict and prevent costly failures. And for some hospitals, building an in-house repair team could be a long-term solution worth considering. At the end of the day, better instrument management isn't just about saving money. It's about creating safer, more efficient surgical environments where patients get the care they deserve and surgical teams can perform at their best. Thank you so much for tuning in to Surgical Tech Talk with Danariya. If you enjoyed this episode, share it everywhere. Until next time, thank you.